Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video guys, and today guys I am going to be showing guys the top 10 best operators to play in Rainbow Six Siege if you are solo queuing only. Now I solo queue myself most of the time in Rainbow Six Siege, and I know how frustrating it is with your teammates, so I'm going to show you guys some operators you can use that maybe help your life a little bit easier in terms of solo queuing. So way we're going to do this is we're going to have honorable mentions. I have these two operators that I have, just shout them out, and we have a top 10 list. And then at the end of the video guys, I'm going to show you guys 3 operators that are god tier in my opinion. But before we get into the video guys, I just want you guys to know that I have hit diamond on console before. Literally last season I had diamond 1, nearly close to champ, but we didn't get it unfortunately. And I switched to PC recently also. But guys, also just so you guys know that this is just my opinion only. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. If you think there's maybe better operators, that's fine. Some people might even get mad at including some operators that maybe not even should be there. But please guys, this is my opinion only. So guys, enjoy the video guys, and we're gonna get into it right now. Now for our first honorable mention in this video guys, we're gonna go for a guy that works pretty well for team, but solo queuing it might be a little bit difficult. We're gonna go with Grim. And now, I know, some people might get mad at me for putting Grim in an honorable mention or not even top 10 or even god tier, I understand that. But I feel like Grim doesn't work particularly well in solo queue lobbies, especially in the low lobbies, the gold lobbies, the plat lobbies, and the high champ lobbies, high diamond, yes, I can see that definitely. But we're talking about overall solo queue players only. Basically, most of the solo queue players are down the lower ranks than the higher ranks, so that's one with Grim for honorable mention. And what does Grim's ability do? Basically, Grim's ability is just throwing bees. So it's a grenade launcher kinda, and you can throw bees into a specific area and you'll get information of where the opponents are. So for example,
Kawan deployed. Kawan tracking engaged.
that's what Grim's ability is. And also for his guns, the commando is a pretty good gun in my opinion. Also with the ACOG is pretty deadly, and also has a bailiff who he can make rotates if when attacking. He can also play vertical if he wants to, anything like that. He has EMP grenades also to help breach the wall also, and other stuff as well. Now, the reason why Grim is pretty good for solo queue people is because of his ability. Now, when you're solo queuing, you're giving your team information whenever Grim tracks someone with his bees. And also, he's very good at also for plants as well, because you can cut off certain areas of the map. And also, whenever you're playing post plan, you can get easy information if they're defusing a bomb or where they are near it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the top 10 list, guys. The first, number 10, guys, is going to be a guy from Australia, a defender, pretty solid character, but there's a lot better ones. It's going to be Mozzy, guys. But why is Mozzy on the top 10 list? The reason why Mozzy is pretty good on solo queuing ranked is because of the fact that he has 4 pests. And if you don't know what pests do, they basically get hacked for drones, enemies drones, sorry, and you can get some intel with those drones. So basically you can control the drone and you can put it somewhere around the site or around the map, and you get some free intel for your team. He also has 2 pretty good guns. He also has a commando, and he also has the P10 Aruni. I use the commando personally, and he also has the nitro cell and a super shotty also. Now, for this clip, this is the example I'm showing. This is the Mozzy drone that I captured, and this is what I'm going to put into Kira to get some information for my team or for myself. And as you can see in this clip right now, this is the drone that I placed earlier in the round, and as you can see, Thermite is pushing my side, and this is why I get killed because of that drone placement right here in this clip.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
And now, you know the reason why I put Mozzy at number 10 is because of his drones, but why is he so low on the list? First of all, there's better operators for solo queuing, and the second thing is because I feel like the guns are pretty good, don't get me wrong, but they're a little bit too weak, a little bit less on the damage side, a little bit harder to control, a little bit, and also there's only 26 bullets in for Mozzy's gun. Now, don't get me wrong, it's pretty easy to control recoil, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it does kick, I must say. Now, for number 9 on the list, guys, this is going to be, might be surprising for you guys also, but for me, I feel like this operator is quite good for solo queuing to show some utility against the defenders. And now this guy is called Flores. But what does Flores' ability actually do? So basically, Flores is a drone called RCE, and the drone can literally explode whenever he wants it to. Now, I'm going to show you guys a quick example of what I mean whenever the drone explodes. So, what the drone does, you have about 10 seconds until it self-detonates. And basically, whenever you go and try to shoot an object like right now, it's going to go into armor state and you won't be able to shoot it as a defender after. The reason why Flores is very good for solo queue players like myself is because you're going to help your team to enter a room and destroy all the utility, for example, Melusi, Thorn, also maybe for example Brava also, and the deployable shield, stuff like that there, so you can help your team easier and easier for them to push a certain angle or a site, and also helps yourself because you can also clear utility by yourself without asking for anybody's help also. The reason why maybe Flores is not higher in the list, a little below, is because of maybe of his loadout. The loadout is this: he has the RR33 assault rifle, which is the Thatcher's gun. He also has a marksman rifle and also has a light machine gun, which is from Ying. Personally, I always run the marksman rifle, is because I like the MRs, if I'm being honest. His pistol's not too bad. A claymore and a stun grenade is not too bad, but it could be better also. Look, it's not a bad loadout, don't get me wrong, but I've seen better guns and better loadouts, so that's why I put him at the lower end of the list. And also there's probably better operators with better abilities as well at the same time. So yeah, but Flores is definitely one you want to play definitely in solo queue lobbies. But now guys, at number 8 in this list, guys, it's going to be Thermite. And yes, before anybody gets mad at me, there's an overall list, by so there's mixed defenders and mixed attackers, so that's why he seems low, but for attacker side, he's definitely high up there. So basically, Thermite, what he does is he breaches walls, for example, like in this clip example right here. All you do is just breach a wall and make an opening angle for your team. And I also believe that he is better than Ace in this day and age. It's because of the fact that he has 3 breach charges, and it's very hard to disobey them, if that makes sense. For example, the bandit trick, it's very easy for bandit to ban trick the Ace charges, but not so much for Thermite. It's just my opinion only, so yeah. But it comes down to the factor, guys, if you prefer Ace or Thermite. I just prefer Thermite in my example. I prefer him. I think Ace is still a brilliant operator for breaching. Definitely. There are some cases whenever some people think Thermite is better, some people think Ace is better, but I just feel like Thermite is better, just a little bit, not too much. And yeah, that's my opinion anyway. And for example, his guns are pretty good also, and also he has a shotgun with his hands, so he can make some vertical holes to maybe try even breach the wall by himself if he can't breach it with Thatcher or someone else. So yeah. Now guys, at number 7, guys, with an operator that's pretty good a lot for defenders, I think she's the most underrated operator, and that character is Melusi. But now, why is Melusi so good, or on this list anyway? It's because Melusi has a shotgun, first of all, which you can make rotates, head holes, even some vertical plays if you're trying to retake a site, and also because of the fact that she has a thing called Banshee. And what is a Banshee? A Banshee is basically a little triangle octagon thing, you want to call it, and basically you place it out on the wall or on the floor, and then anybody who's going to walk past it or going to be near the radius, they can be slowed down and then make a noise. Unfortunately, guys, for you guys, I'm not going to recreate the noise because that would be ridiculous if I'm being honest. But basically, it's a very good ability because of the fact that it gives a lot of info to your teammates and also slows down the enemy, and they might be scared to walk through it again, or they might not be able to destroy the Banshee itself in general. Now, also, Melusi has impact grenades, so it's also good for maybe even for roaming if you're in a roam as Melusi. But the other thing with Melusi that's a little bit of a downside of Melusi is her gun, which is the MP5. It's not a bad gun, don't get me wrong, but it used to be so good for ACOG, but nowadays it's not as good as it used to be, if that makes sense. It's not a bad gun, don't get me wrong, I've seen worse guns. Now guys, next on the list is a character that recently got buff into Siege and recently patched notes, and that character is going to be Zofia, guys. But now, the reason why Zofia is at number 6 in this list is not because she's a horrible or bad operator. She's actually a pretty solid operator. Her ability is she has like a grenade launcher for her main ability and has 3 impact grenades, and she also has 3 stuns also at the same time. So basically, before the update of the patch notes, she used to have only 2 each, but now she has 3 each, which is very strong because now she can destroy more barbed wire, waste utility, deployable shields, and other stuff like maybe playing vertical if you want to also. And also her gun is pretty good. Also, it has a little bit of recoil also at the same time, so it's a bit difficult to control, but I think it's pretty easy to control if you have her and play her a lot. Then you probably know what I mean anyway. The reason why Zofia is a little bit lower on the list is because there's a lot more better operators that has more of an impact during the game. I know people might say, what about Thermite? I just feel like Zofia has more of an impact than Thermite in my opinion, because she can do a lot more in the game. But hey, that's just my opinion at the end of the day. So yeah, but Zofia overall is a pretty good operator, and if you have her, I would suggest to play her a lot more in solo queue ranked, also with your teammates, and also because she's pretty strong as well. So yeah. And guys, just to let you know, Zofia also has 2 secondary gadgets you can use. You can use the heart breach charges, and you can also use a claymore. So that's a pretty solid option you can have also at the same time. And yeah, so yeah, pretty solid options. So guys, now at number 5, guys, and you might get a little bit crazy with me on this one, but at number 5, I'm gonna put Dokkaebi at number 5. Now, the reason why Dokkaebi is a very good operator to have for your solo queue is because of the fact that her ability is actually very strong even after this. She got a nerf a couple weeks ago. The 3 reasons why Dokkaebi is strong is number 1, her ability. Basically, her phone calling is very strong, especially whenever you try to not people have bandit tricking or people for roaming. Also, it gives your information to either yourself and to your teammates for audio queue, and also you can check the cameras with her ability also at the same time. She also has the new gun that came out with update whenever she got reworked. It's a pretty good gun also, and at the same time you also have a DMR also if you want to use that, or the Bosch, which is a pretty solid 3 guns you can have, and she also has the SMG still to this day. She also has the smoke grenades, and she also has EMP grenades, so it also helps your teammates out for covering plant, or also breaching wall, or getting the Aruni gates, or mute jammers, or Melusi, whatever you want to do for EMP grenades. So the reason why Dokkaebi is very good on this game, and the reason why she's in my list in the first place, is because of her ability. Basically, she can literally get any information with cameras or audio cues, and she's pretty strong with her kit as well, so she's definitely up there for me for solo queuing. Now guys, the next 4 operators are going to be very controversial in the way I placed them. This is my opinion only, and if you guys want to discuss this, please leave some comments down below, and I'll definitely have a read at them later on throughout the video. But guys, at number 4 we have Wamai. Now, if you didn't know, Wamai got a massive buff recently with a new patch notes with the same time as Zofia, and Wamai is probably now one of the strongest defenders in the game. I'll explain the reason why now. So the reason why Wamai is so strong now in this game is because of his ability. If you don't know what his ability is, it's pretty much like a magnet. So when you place a magnet on a wall, on a ceiling, it draws the grenade, the stun grenades, the smokes, anything like that there into the magnet. So for example, I'm going to show you an example right now.
Boys, clear bodies, don't swing that Intrepid. You're not going to win that gunfight.
Intrepid, you're warded, Solis one.
Oh wow.
So that's why he's so strong nowadays, is because he also has a deployable shield, which you can see where I placed it, and also he has C4 and also has proximity alarm. So that's a pretty strong kit also, and also of course he's a super shotty, so you can make rotate holes, vertical head holes, wherever it's going to be, and also he has a pretty good gun also with an AUG and an MPK also. So for example, if you're playing by yourself solo queuing, you can literally set up a little corner for yourself, if it's the Oregon and elbow for example, and you can play by yourself, and you can try to delay as much time as you can without asking for anybody help, because most of the time in low gold lobbies nobody talks, or even in silver lobbies, maybe even plat lobbies. So that's the reason why Wamai is one of the strongest operators now in the game at the same time. Now guys, at number 3, we're getting to the top 3 saga now, and guys, at number 3 of an attacker, which I think she's pretty underrated. I think most of the people in solo queue don't really use her. At number 3, we have Brava. And now, what is Brava's ability and why is she in the top 3? Basically, Brava has a drone called Clutch Drone, and what it does, it basically hacks the enemy's gadgets. So for example, I'll show a little clip right now for you guys. So as you can see from that clip, Brava literally hacked the Aruni gate, and she also hacked the Fenrir's ability. And so the reason why she's so strong is because you can use that ability for your own advantage afterwards. But that'll be better for the likes of Melusi, Valkyrie, and also the default camps also at the same time. And Brava also has 2 drones, and they can hack up to 6 each items. So that's a low utility if you're thinking about if you can get those 6 items. So in conclusion, the reason why Brava is very good and strong in solo queuing is because you're helping your team as much as you can by destroying the utility or using better for your advantage. She also has pretty good guns also at the same time. She also has a DMR, and she also has a super shotty also at the same time. So works out pretty good for us. You can do a lot of stuff with Brava, and yeah, honestly, she's a very good operator, I must say. So guys, if you haven't tried her, please try her because she's actually very good. Now guys, at the second place of this entire list, guys, this is going to be maybe a controversial between the first place and the second place, but I'm going to go with Solis Snake for my second pick in this list. Now the reason why I was Solis Snake for my second pick overall is because, as you can guess, his ability. If you don't know what his ability is, it's basically like a little phone on your right hand side, and you can literally check if there's any enemies nearby you. For example, with this clip, it says all clear, so you can go and roam about and push an angle, and it can say either enemy or it can say all clear or alert. So alert would be meaning that there's someone close by. By the way, this only works whenever you're in the same level as your opposition. So for example, when I died there, I couldn't check it because I was on the third floor, the second floor, let's say, not the first floor. So yeah. And I also believe that Soul Snake has probably the best guns in the game, which is the F2. It's pretty much the Twitch's gun. So I believe that is probably one of the best guns ever to be on a Rainbow Six Siege at the current day and age. I also his secondary gadget, which is the grenades and stuff like that. There, you can literally pick any of them you want, and if the people die, you can pick up other grenades like the stun grenades, smokes, breaches, EMPs, and even you can also pick up the grenade, but you have to use it the first time if you have it in your inventory. So the reason why I put Soul Snake in the second in the list, like I said, is because of his ability, but also because of the fact that you can do everything by yourself with his gadget. So basically you can go and get the roamers, clear the rooms, and also you don't need anybody's help. At the same time, you can use your Soul Snake's ability to help to communicate with your teammate also at the same time. Now guys, at the number 1 list, the guys you have been waiting on for so long for me to say. And guys, this defender is probably one of the strongest defenders in the game because of her gun especially, and also because of her ability also at the same time. Now, the defender is going to be Aruni. And now, I must say, you guys might be a little bit surprised or you might not be, but basically what Aruni does is you can see her ability I'm putting it on a door. If I put it on a door, anything that's being thrown into that door, it breaks, and of course it breaks the whole thing, but at the same time it's about 20 seconds 30 seconds until we can reactivate it. Also, the other reason why Aruni is broken is because of her gun, the DMR ACOG. It's probably one of the strongest guns in the game alongside with the F2. Basically it does about, I think it's 6 damage per hit, so basically literally 2 bullets and you die. If you're a 1 speed or 2 speed, of course if you're 3 speed, then it's a bit different also. But it's a strong gun, it's a broken gun, and I believe that she is one of the biggest defenders, or the strongest defenders you want to say also. I don't want to call her fat. So that's my reason why. But now, I know some people might get mad at me for saying it's Aruni. There might be some better ones like Wamai, for example, or Melusi. But that is my top 10 list for you guys in this video. Now we're going to get into God tier list, so we have 3 characters for solo queuing that you should be playing as much as you can, because they literally win the rounds because of their abilities. But at the same time, please guys, this is my opinion only. If you guys need any other opinions, let them know down in the comments, and I might even reach out and contact you about it, as in the comments section only, not anything personal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the God tier list. And what this list pretty much means is just probably one of the best solo queue operators you can use in the game to win you most of the rounds, gives you intel, helps your team quite a lot as well at the same time. Now guys, the first operator I'm going to say it's going to be Mute. Now, why is Mute in the God tier list? It's pretty simple. Mute is probably one of the best operators in Siege in this day and age for the last couple years now, and the reason why is because of a special ability called the Signal Disruptor. And what it does is basically disrupts the drones coming into the site. So basically, if they go into the radius of the Signal Disruptor, then they literally are not be able to move, and that means that you can destroy the drones, or if you have a Mozzy, you can also hack the drone with Mozzy also at the same time. Mute is a 2-speed and 2 armor operator, and he has a shotgun and also the MPK5, but you should always run the shotgun to make rotates and any close gunfights at the same time. And also he has an SMG as well, which is probably one of the best SMGs in the game also at the same time. He also has a C4 you can use, so you can deny plans or get an easy kill through a window or anybody walking into the site. And Mute can also, with his ability to disrupt Hibaya charges, Ace charges, Thermite charges, the Heart Breach charges also, and the regular Breach charges also. And also, if you don't know, he can also disrupt Alliance Scan as well at the same time. Before the Dokkaebi rework, he used to also disrupt Dokkaebi phone calls, but you can't do that at the moment. Basically, that's pretty much done. So basically, if you have a Dokkaebi and you play against Mute, don't you worry about Mute, because Mute can't do anything about you. So guys, now next person on the God tier list is going to be another defender, and I think nowadays defenders are pretty strong in solo queue. So another defender guys, and it's going to be Azami. Now, why is Azami in the God tier list also? The reason why Azami's in the God tier list is because of her ability again, and it's called the Keybar Barriers. And if you don't know what they do, it's basically like a little barrier that you create for yourself and blocks enemies' vision, so you can use it for your own advantage. And the reason why she's strong in that perspective, because she can make literally anything to everything, if that makes sense. So as you can see, you can hold Cigar with that Keybar Barriers, you can hold anything pretty much around any map. So that's why she's so good. Also, she has impact grenades, 2 speed, 2 armor, and also she also has a very pretty decent gun, and she also has a Deagle as well, so you can make head holes as well for Deagle. And to destroy the Keybar Barriers, it takes about a full magazine to destroy it. Both the DMR, it might be a little bit less, but if you want to destroy, you have to use grenades, anything explosive. And yeah, that's why she's also strong, because she wastes utility and magazines. So yeah. Now, the last person on the God tier list is going to be another defender, and you probably play her quite a lot, because I play myself for quite a lot and I really enjoy her. Her name is going to be Valkyrie. Now guys, in my opinion, Valkyrie is probably the most balanced operator in Rainbow Six Siege. She has not had a nerf or a buff in a very long time, and I also feel like Valkyrie is probably one of the most best operators in the entire game, in my opinion. Valkyrie has an ability called the Black Eye, and what it does is pretty much like a little camera, and you can place it anywhere around the map, and basically get information for your team, or you can get some easy picks with a nitro cell underneath, or pre-firing with a ping and stuff like that there. So the reason why I put Valkyrie in the God tier list is because mainly of her ability. Her gun is pretty good as well, and she also has a Deagle, and she's a nitro cell like I said. And the reason why I put in her God tier list is because she literally gives you infinite information. So that means if your teammate dies, they can hop on cameras, which 9 out of 10 times they won't, but just assume they will. They give you information, and also you give information for yourself around certain areas around the map, and helps your team quite a lot as well at the same time. Now guys, this is going to be the end of the video guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It took quite a while to make this video. It's pretty long as well. I didn't expect it to be about 25 minutes long. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video guys. If you have any similar videos you want me to do, for example maybe the top 5 best operators in the attacking side or defending side, please let me know down in the comments, or any other video ideas you have to me. And guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I hope you take my advice in these operators. Like I said, it's my opinion only, and if you have a different opinion, please leave them down in the comments section below. And guys, have a lovely day guys, take care guys, and see you guys next episode. Bye bye.